Legit Life magazine. We're here today to witness the book signing of music mogul Reid here on the campus of Morehouse College. He will be signing books as well as doing a Q&A session. Stay tuned, we'll see you on the inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the man of the hour, the man who we have all waited to hear from. Please join me in standing on your feet and honoring L.A. Reid as we present to you. Sing to me. Come on, show us somebody. How's everybody?
Very good.
I'm really happy to be here, and I've written this crazy book that I hope all you guys read. Not for me, but for you, because I think it's an inspirational book about a kid from Cincinnati, Ohio, who had a dream and had a vision, and didn't see obstacles, and said he thought the obstacles were doorways. That's how crazy I was. So whenever there was an obstacle, I just went harder. I went through those doors and just did what I thought I could do to create this person I wanted to create. There was a quote I heard David Geffen say once, and I thought it was really remarkable. He said all of us are basically a figment of our own imagination, and that we can become anything that we envision ourselves being. And it really depended on how great your imagination for yourself was. Well, I imagined myself being great. Right? I'm still trying to achieve it, but the point I'm making is that I just put my eye on that target, and I never saw anything else. Nothing got in the way, nothing got me down. They've been trying. It's never worked. So I was here to share my story with you guys. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Check. So, what would be the one thing, because this is a student majority, we have Clark Atlanta, we have Spelman College. Clark Atlanta, make some noise. Spelman College, make some noise. Where y'all at?
Really? Did that just happen? Like Clark is louder than Spelman?
It happened.
You gotta do it again.
Okay, Clark Atlanta, make some noise. Spelman, make some noise. Where you at?
Okay, I have to tell my wife Erica, who is an alumni of Clark, that Clark won.
All right, where my brothers at? Morehouse, you in the building? I think Clark shut it down, really. I think. Make some noise, Clark Atlanta. What would be the one message that you would have for students?
One message for me?
Yeah, what would be your message to up-and-comings and our students?
My message would be read the scene to me, because I don't have one message. I have 400 pages of messages, you know. I don't know how to put that into one sentence, you know, but, ask me some questions, I'll tell you as many stories that you want to hear. I love Atlanta, I have to tell you that. Atlanta is really like the bloodline of music, like more than any city in America, and it's an original. That I really think is incredible, specific to music. I'm not assuming everybody is in music or interested in being in music, but everybody has to be interested in being successful. And one thing I learned from Atlanta, from great people like Jermaine Dupri, is that Atlanta was all about being original and being great. Like, this was not the copy city. Right? This was the city of everybody did their own thing. Everybody thought outside the box. There were no rules. The rules were be great. Right, and that's why we have a city that's so rich in music, and whether it's Outkast, or whether it's Crisscross, or whether it's T.I., or whether it's Young Jeezy, or whether it's Future, and I could go on and on and on, TLC, and just so many great artists from here, because it was a city that prided itself on being original. And Jermaine used to tell me the reason why people were so good is because in Atlanta people dance. Right? Is it true that people in Atlanta, they still dance? Yeah. Because New York, you know, super cool. Nobody dances in New York, right? Not like Atlanta.
It's a little different. And I do want to say this because this whole thing was created from a vision that really Aaron Reid had, and he just walked in the building. So if y'all could show some love to Aaron. Show some love. He said he wanted to do something really special, so we came together with Antonio and Ashley and Dina to make this happen because it was really important for them to make this happen. So we wanted to make sure that we honor and acknowledge them for what they did to make this happen.
My family.
Your family. They love it, right?
So just for me, you know, I want to ask many things of you, but for my kids, man, Ashley, Antonio, Aaron, you guys make some noise for my family. What else?
Well, we had a contest which was hashtag LNK Ask LA, and the people actually submitted some questions to you. And here to help facilitate that is our music industry. He's the head of the music industry business course, Al Parash, and he has some questions for you that are specific. So if you have any questions, hashtag LNK Ask LA. But he's here. Yeah, come on, have a seat with us.
Listen, I want to answer any question you have. The only one that I don't want to ask is like, how do I get you my demo? Right? And you understand that happens everywhere I go, but I'm really I'm interested in trying to maybe leave some words, some wisdom that you can take forward, you know. How to get your demo to me is a different conversation, right? But this one is about sharing some wisdom, sharing experience, and hopefully you can get something from it. So let's go.
It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
So the first question we have, what was your absolute favorite project to work and why?
That's way unfair. I don't know if I have an absolute favorite, but I guess I have to go back to the beginning of my career because things are always very, very special in the beginning, you know. And I would have to say that my band, Deal, and my partner, Babyface, those were the most special days. Because those were the days from, you know, coming from being a poor kid in Cincinnati, Ohio, to being able to see the world. So, yeah, so I'd have to say it's Babyface as you do.
Okay, cool. The second question we have, after writing this book and reflecting, do you have any regrets?
Oh no, I have no regrets. I made some mistakes. I learned a lot from my mistakes. I'm thinking about making some more.
Hey, that works. Next, what was the biggest obstacle you had to overcome in your career, and how did it impact your decisions?
The biggest obstacle for me was just understanding the difference between good and great. Because a lot of people, myself included, thought you could really get through your life by doing something good. But the truth is, because of many things, not the least of them, the color of my skin, I had to not do good, I had to do great. I always had to try to do 5 times, 10 times better than my counterparts that didn't look like me. And so it wasn't an obstacle, it was a challenge, and I loved it. And I still love it. Yes.
Okay. What are you looking for from the next artist that you want to sign to Epic?
The next one? The next one can have a hit. I just want a hit, right? But the next one after that, I want him to be the greatest in the world. Yeah. See, I run Epic Records. Epic Records is the home of Michael Jackson's Thriller, Off the Wall and Bad. That's maybe the greatest series of records ever. And so being there, I feel it's my responsibility to work on something that parallels the success of Michael Jackson's Thriller. So as you can see, I really do have my work cut out for me. Yeah.
So kind of specific to many people sitting here today, you went back to school during your career.
Yes.
What advice would you give to students balancing the industry and school?
I think, well, everybody that comes in here, I'm sure they say the same thing. Education is so important, right? And it is, but that's kind of almost underemphasizing it, right? The importance of education for me really made the difference in being able to identify and nurture great minds, and putting great minds around me. And if there was a key to anything I've done, it's been that I've always surrounded myself with really smart people that were arguably smarter than I was. All of them were educated. It was a prerequisite to have a great education to be around me. With the one exception that if you were musically talented, you get a pass. I certainly wasn't going to make outcasts go to college, right? But for executive talent, for intellectual talent, education was not only necessary, but it was a prerequisite.